Hello, our loves. You've got Joanne and Elizabeth here with you from World's Cup of Joe, Awaken Your Soul.
Welcome to our channel. If you are new here, this is your new home for balanced, neutralized twin flame energy, that same energy that is magnetic to bringing your twin flame back. So if you found this channel, make sure hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications for new videos, and really feel and soak in this balanced, neutralized energy we're sharing with you and these tips and tools that we are providing for you to learn how to really be in the energy that draws your twin flame back in. So today, let's get deep with another video.
Here's the question. Hi, for the past week, I have been feeling very weird, almost uncomfortable, restless, and now I'm feeling as if my heart is bursting wide open. This past Friday, I had an inner standing moment. Then yesterday, I had a moment where it's as if I was experiencing the fact that I know I was already unity consciousness, experiencing knowing I've always been unity consciousness. And shortly before the end of January, as I was doing dishes, I was experiencing a memory of me and other self walking through that memory that I was having never occurred. And though at the moment I was experiencing the memory, I was at the same time experiencing me walking with him. My question is, what can I do to not feel so uncomfortable and restless? I know I'm changing very fast and I can feel it inside, but the mind doesn't know how to handle it. So it's causing this uneasiness that I'm struggling with a bit.
So what I would say to you, my love, is there's a lot of things that are being worked through you when you're feeling into unity consciousness and you're feeling into the oneness. Be with them, allow them to be there. Don't judge. Like the restlessness, soul is very easy. Soul is seamless. So the part of you that feels restless and uncertain is not of soul. That is mine. That is mine judging the experience. Feel into the moment now. Allow it to be there. Release, let go, and then bring yourself back to this present moment. Don't try to figure out the stories that mind is giving you. Also, don't worry about the downloads that soul is sharing with you. Just be in acceptance and feel into the oneness that you're experiencing now. Feel into the unity consciousness of soul that is one with everything and is one with all. It isn't something you have to identify in the body. Like, oh my gosh, what's this? What is that? Right? Be in it. Feel into it. Be in acceptance of it. Don't judge it. Be in the seat of soul by experiencing all that you're experiencing in the now. And it's okay. Whether it feels good or feels bad, because that's still duality. And be in this moment where you're not judging, you're allowing, experiencing, you're allowing it to come through you, and be in the moment now. That's it. We are the experiencer of this moment now. We are experiencing this moment now as the silent observer. Be with it. All that comes, however it comes, even if it feels uncomfortable, be with that uncomfortable moment. Allow it to come through you and feel in the moment that is coming through. Allow it to be there, which is aligning with the moment now. That is acceptance, my love. What do you think, love?
I think any energies that start coming through us to be released feel uncomfortable. And I think that's just sort of the name of the game, right? We're trying to release these things that sometimes they surface and we don't even know what's coming up. So what's going on a lot of times is the mind hears something, thoughts are produced, usually from stored limiting beliefs, and then the body has a physical reaction to those thoughts. It's like they work in tandem. It's always the thoughts first, and then the body reacts to those thoughts subconsciously. It's just, so I was actually just telling my daughter this morning because my daughter has a lot of anxiety, and I was telling her, like, the more you can work through and balance the energy that comes up with the thoughts, the less physical responses you're going to get. Because if you can work through the thoughts of it, your body's not going to keep automatically reacting, because that's what it is. It's almost like an automation. Your body is so inclined to react to the thoughts via energy that if you balance that energy, the reaction of the physical is going to change as well. Because I know for me, I used to have tons of anxiety, because all anxiety, worries, these physical reactions, all they are manifestations of energy. However they come through us. Some get anxiety, some get sad, some get like really hyper. Whatever it is that's the reaction of the physical to the thoughts, it's coming through you because it's trying to be released, and it's coming through. So when you can work on balancing the energy of the mind and understanding you're not those thoughts and working with that energy in order to release it, your physical reactions are also going to show the progress that you're making. And that's why people can go and they have those spikes in energy listening to a song about their person. And once that energy is balanced, they can listen to that same song and there's no physical reaction to that song anymore. Why? Because they've balanced and worked through the energy that was rising up initially hearing those songs, right? The same energy that would have risen up through the songs was already worked through. So when the song comes, there's nothing else to be released. And that's why you can hear that same song and have no reaction. So continue to work on releasing through the mind and observing the mind, and watch as the physical reactions progress as well.
I also want to add, love, I feel like when we're trying to identify unity consciousness, identify satori experiences through physical experiences, we're missing the point of being in the experience. So here's an example. We got this question. It was actually just like a statement, unity consciousness, and I just knew, and then there's that anxiousness, right? So this is kind of similar. With satori, do you feel almost lightheaded, dizzy, and out of breath? I did a guided meditation, and that is what I was feeling, and I was done, and it was gone, right? So when you hear these questions that are, I just experienced unity consciousness, I just experienced satori, right? I experienced soul, but the way that mind is trying to logically understand is it through physically experiencing it in the body, right? Where it's asking, am I supposed to not have anxiousness? Am I supposed to not feel it in the body? Am I supposed to? And everyone's experiences of unity consciousness, of satori, of the oneness, of all there is, of this moment here, is going to be revealed the way it is to you, specific and individual, as soul. When you start to experience it in your body, I would say there's still more things to release so that you can fully experience it as the witnesser, the observer, the beer, instead of it being experienced and then the body is then part of it. Kind of like what Elizabeth said, where you hear a song and you were crying because you were thinking of your person. Well, now you can hear the song and you're actually like high vibing in the song. You're feeling into like that soulful energy that you experienced and embodied from the soulful experience instead of the physical experiences that is in the vessel, right? When I was meditating for the first time, in the first experiences of satori, I remember being really scared. And I've shared this from members only. I remember being really scared because I was vibrating inside, my love. Like internally, I was going within, and I was vibrating inside my body. It was scary. It was crazy. And I got freaked out and I almost like never wanted to do it again. And finally, I was like, bring it. What is the worst that can happen? I've already experienced my biggest fear. I was vibrating in the inside. How much worse can it get? And that's when I really experienced unity consciousness. I literally experienced my alignment with the universe. I experienced satori and the deepest depths of my soul, without logic, without physical experiences, but pure being. And that vibration that I was talking about, holy smokes, my love. I can tap into unity consciousness just by feeling into that vibration. And it isn't in any part of my body. It's just being part of it all, immersed in it all. It isn't something I can logically bring out, right? Like, will I get dizzy? Will I get scared? Those are all still the preliminary experiences you're going to have. Trust and surrender yourself into more and more and more and more. And the more and more you surrender and trust, the less of these physical experiences, and you're going to have more of the immersion, the experience of being soul, the experience of soul revealing itself in all of your experiences, without judgment, without fear, without trying to understand what is everything. Because when I experience oneness with all, I experienced peace. I experienced being God. It's so weird. Like, I am literally seeing everything the way God created it for me. It's like I was brought into this physical being to experience love at its finest. And do you see, how do you explain that? No, it's not of the physical. I would say once you start shifting even beyond the body, you start being part of all the particles and things around you. You start to embody all that is. This is such a beautiful question. It's such a deep question that I want you guys to find this special place to know when you are experiencing any of soul, satori, unity consciousness, do not judge it. Do not try to pinpoint it in any physical realm to be understood, to be figured out from mind, because the mind's never going to get there. I was just listening to Samadhi. I love listening to Samadhi. There's 3 parts now.
Samadhi this weekend.
I know. You know what's so crazy? It's like how you just want to feel into it, right?
Yeah.
For no reason. And so there's 3 parts now. And I go from time to time watching it from the beginning. Like, it's almost like being revealed with new ways to shift into it when it's the same message you've already heard, but you just like tap into it again. And so I was listening to Samadhi, and the way that it was explained, again, this, 100th time I'm listening to it now, I'm like, the way he explains at the beginning, this is something that the mind will try to get to. That's what I want you guys to be in. As soon as you think you've experienced unity consciousness, samadhi, satori, this oneness of all, don't try to give it to the mind. Don't try to like pinpoint it and say like, this is, just be in it, feel into it. And it's going to be really fast. Just like that question that we had from both of these beautiful souls. It's going to be so fast. It's going to be instantaneous, but you just know. You just know and you feel into your oneness with all. It's like being the raindrop that's falling from rain, being the one that catches the rain, and being the raindrop that falls, and being the sky that dropped the raindrop. Like, I don't even know where I start, where I begin, and where I end. So freaking wild to be so in tune with the sky like that, right? It's like, I know I was a sky. It's so freaking what? How do I know that I was the sky at one point in my lifetime, my past lives? I was totally the sky because I know how it feels to be the sky. I know how it feels to be the birds. I know how it feels to be the ants. I've experienced every single experience that God has given in that one place of unity consciousness. You're like so immersed in it all. And this is why me and Elizabeth never really see our person like so important in our journey anymore, love. Like, I don't put my person in a pedestal. I don't put my person as the end all be all. If anything, he's like such a little itty bitty insignificant place in my journey, even though he was the catalyst and the whole reason for me waking up, right? To wake up to myself. It's a freaking wild paradox.
Yeah, it's
Wild
a confusion. People
It is.
equate the journey, or I'm sorry, they equate the connection to the journey, and it's not. Like, when you really, really, truly shift and you start working through the journey, you'll see your person has nothing to do with the journey. Like, really, they don't. Because, like, even the other night, I was talking to my person about, we were talking law of attraction, right? I was talking a little spirituality. I was reading Law of One, and he doesn't believe in any of that stuff. And there's no amount of conversations I'm going to have with him that's going to deepen me into my spiritual journey. The only thing that deepens me in my spiritual journey in relation to him is me feeling like I have to stay aligned with soul, and me focusing on
Holy smokes, you just made me realize, love.
Yeah.
Their work is done.
Yeah, it is. Not done, it's continuous, because they're the people who allow us to keep measuring ourselves in terms of, are we in mind or are we in soul?
Them awakening us is done. We've awakened, and they're never going to be the one that keeps awakening us. They're the reason for us to stay awakened and awakening, but they're not going to be the one that awakens us.
No, they're not progressing us anymore. Like, their role in getting us to from A to B is done through the separation. And now that we're in place B, so to speak, our role is really to propel ourselves through our own ascension. And they're merely the indicator. Are you aligned? Are you not aligned? Are you in mind? Are you in soul? Without ever saying that. But they're our gauge. They're like our odometer, if you will, if we're in mind or if we're in soul. And that's really their only role. But in terms of progressing us, their role has finished with the separation.
Correct. They've given us the exact tools to recognize we're the awakened one, we're the creator. It's like, hey, you are soul, now go be soul, or I'm not going to be around. That's pretty much it.
Yes, match my energy, or I can't be around you.
I guess this journey is never ending, because we're always going to have to stay in soul for us and align with soul for us, and they're always going to be around. But technically, now that we've perfected aligning with soul, they never leave. And if anything, this awakening that's continuous is really done by us, you, Divine Feminine, it's you.
Think of a really deep conversation I had with my daughter, and I've had this conversation over the last couple of days with her. We're talking about soulmates and twin flames, and she asked me, are you, because I basically tell her that I can't ever be in mind with my person. Like, I can't be in mind. I have to be in this energy. And we go over, and she was like, that sounds really hard. Like, I'm so glad I don't have that. And she's like, do you wish your person was just your soulmate and not your twin flame? And I said, honestly, no. I said, because not only am I awakened now because of him, the being balanced and being with your twin flame is like no other relationship you ever have. Like, we say this all the time. It's like being with yourself, but in a different capacity. Like, you are experiencing unconditional love, not only for your person, but for yourself too. Through them, you have learned, because of your person, how to experience unconditional love. And not only that, what I love about this connection is that I get to wake up every day and feel like I just met my person, in the terms of how much in love I am. It doesn't fade. It does not fade. And I was telling her that, like, the reality is with soulmates, when you're doing it through mind, you're engaging in conditional love with a soulmate, it eventually fades, right? Conditional love fades. Do for me, I'll do for you. And when you stop doing what I want, I'm going to sort of take my love away, whether consciously or subconsciously. But with your twin flame, the love never fades. It could be 10 years, 30 years. We talk to twin flames all the time. They've been on the journey 30 years. It's like they just met their person yesterday. The feeling of that intense love never fades. And to me, that's such a beautiful gift. And once you can balance the energy and be in that place where you can be in a permanent relating experience with them, you get to experience that intense love every single day. But not only for your person, this is what I want to impress upon everybody, but for yourself. I feel intense love for myself now that I never had before this journey began.
You know, what's so funny, love, is so I was sitting last night, like feeling into relationships, like for my kids, right? And I'm like, you know, like I really want to be able to teach them connections, what a soul connection looks like, what soulmates looks like. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I pray like they never experience what a twin flame journey is. Like, F this. My mind was like, this is like the most horrendous experience of my life. It's the, you know, we had to experience dark night. We had to experience, it's like pretty much going to hell and back to get to our heaven on earth, right? And then I sat with myself and I'm like, I would never pray this on anyone. I would never, even my worst enemy, I would never, right? Even thinking of like my beautiful soul sisters in my life that have not met, you know, obviously they're in soulmate relationships. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, and they want to be in a twin flame connection. I'm like, hell no, you do not want to be in a twin flame connection. Like this is definitely not for the weak. This is not for the weak. And so I sit with it. I don't pray it on anyone. I don't dream it for anyone, but holy smokes, I'm so thankful.
Well, Joanne, what you just said is really key. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's not for the weak. This is a very, very challenging journey, a very challenging connection. And that's the reality, is that most people, and this is why you have people looping for years on end, is most people don't know how to manage the energy of this, right? And I feel very blessed, very grateful that I've learned how to manage the energy. Because of that, we can have this amazing life experience. And that's why I said, like, I wouldn't change this for anything. But the reality is, if you don't know how to manage the energy, you're going to be looping in a place of misery. But it can all change in a moment when you really start understanding that it's just simply energy. And how do I get to that place where I can love myself and be the best version of me?
And choose me. How can I get to this place where I choose me and I make this journey about me? How can I get to this place where I'm choosing me, and in that place of choosing me as soul, I get to have and be everything that I was created to be. It really is such a freaking beautiful freaking journey, because I was sitting there like not ever wanting anybody to ever experience this ever, because you can't. How do you teach this to a child? How do you teach this to a friend? How do you teach this to a family member, someone you love? You can't. Even someone you hate, you wouldn't want to give it to them, because it's like hell. But on the other side of hell, to get to this place where we all are waking up to, man, I'm so thankful. Man, I'm so thankful I could experience. How many people can experience presence? How many people can watch their thoughts? How many people can feel their oneness with all? Not very many. How many people can experience the fullest?
Hold on. I just want to say, everything you just said had nothing to do with your person. And I love that. And I really want to emphasize everything beautiful about this journey that you just said has nothing to do with your person. The benefits of awakening don't have anything to do with your person. Being able to love yourself, man, I went through my whole life like hating myself, like thinking, how can I be better? How can I be better? How can I be worthy? And now I'm like, I love me. I love me.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of awakening.
I love
yourself
more. I love me more. I want to be at the place where I love me more than anyone else, even more than my person loves me. I want to love me more than he loves me. And I mean, we can compete as much as we want, but I want to win, because I never want to be at the place where I don't choose me anymore. Right? Because that's the part of us that was making the journey about them. Everything I listed as being the gift of this journey is all about us, my love. It's all about us. We don't have to die to experience heaven. Heaven is here and now. Heaven is being one with everything, knowing that we are literally the universe. And we are the creator. Holy smokes. I woke up in this journey to know who I am. I woke up in this journey to be awakened. I woke up in this journey to be free. And yeah, there's this entire other person it's just there. They're just always there. But they weren't the whole reason for the journey. They helped me get to this journey, but that was me choosing me. And in return, I got me out of it, my loves. You are the freaking universe. You are the icing on the cake. You are literally the gift of this journey. Your soul chose you to wake up to yourself, to recognize who you are. That's the freaking crazy thing about this journey, is this whole experience, this whole twin flame connection is beyond our people. It's about us. Holy crap. It's about us. And I wouldn't trade my spot with anyone else. Like, thank you, soul, for choosing me to wake up to this. Because, man, this is right?
There's so few that will ever be able to experience this in this lifetime, and we've been chosen. That's how I feel. We have been chosen for this incredible experience.
Yeah, it was like, soul was like, get ready. This is the highest expansion of your consciousness. Holy freaking smokes, get ready to experience the true version of yourself. And the highest depths of love that you'll ever experience for yourself is here. It's here. I see comments on our YouTube, my loves, and I see comments from clients that are just making it about their journey, about their person, right? And you look at the comments and you can feel the energy of like, where is their energy? Is their energy in separation consciousness? Or are they in unity consciousness? And then you can see clients that are like high vibing, focusing on themselves, loving every moment of now, and the person's with them. Well, you could see the comments of someone who is in victim mentality, right? Seeing their person separate, and their person's nowhere to be found. Well, why would your soul want to show up where you're not in soul? You know what I mean? Like, our people is us. So why would they want to show up when we're not ourselves?
Exactly. I said exactly. I mean, that's what it's so funny because like, and this goes with every conversation we have with them, like when we dip into mind, and we can feel ourselves dipping into mind, right? The questions come up, the anger comes up, any kind of emotions come up, and we can feel it, right? It's like, if you really sit and think about it, emotions are not us, thoughts are not us, none of that is us. We're the one who watches it. So why would they want to be around what is truly not us? When we say they love you unconditionally, we say they love you, your soul, unconditionally. That's not, you're not your mind, you're not your thoughts, you're not your identity, you're not your personality. So when we say they love you unconditionally, that doesn't mean they have to love the things about you that are not you. And that's sort of what this journey shows. They love you, your soul, unconditionally. And when you're in soul, you'll see it. They'll never judge you. They'll have no expectations of you. They'll have no preferences towards you. They will literally treat you the way we are teaching you all to treat them. That's how they interact with us. They interact with us the exact same way we are trying to show you the way to interact with them. The way that they stay is interacting through soul. You are not your minds, you are not your thoughts, you are not your personalities. So they are not attracted, they are not magnetized to those mind energies.
Yeah. It's like, why would soul want to be around what is not soul? Really, just feel that.
You just made me think that, because, okay, so we're all awakened, right? And we can now read and feel energies in a way different way than we could before. We don't want to be around people that are in mind. So why would our soul want to be around us if we're in mind, right? We can feel mind energies now from a mile away, and they're toxic. Why would our soul want to be around us if we're in mind in those toxic energies?
Yeah. Why would our soul want to be around mind energy? Why would our soul want to be, and really feel that if you truly believe you're a twin flame and your person is your twin flame, well, your person is your twin flame, which means they are your soul. Why would your soul want to be with you when you are not soul? So being in mind, being in victim mentality, being in separation consciousness is not going to bring you your soul. Looking at tarot, looking at the stories, talking about the stories, having all these conversations about separation consciousness and more ways to push your person away, it's just going to bring more and more separation. But the more and more you're feeling, and so this is why, and I've said this recently, we just had a beautiful call with a client that said, hey, I've been watching your YouTubes. I've been binge watching them. My person came in. I haven't even bought a freaking product from you guys. I haven't even bought a single product from you guys. I manifested my person just from watching your videos. And this happens all the time, my love. So if this is like the first time you ran into this channel, it wasn't a mistake, my love. Like, there are no coincidences. Your soul knew you were ready for this balanced energy. And there's a reason why this beautiful soul and so many other beautiful souls bring in their person without even buying a product. Oh my gosh, there was even another comment yesterday. This beautiful one of our soul fam was like, every time I'm really close to buying a product from you guys, my person comes in, my person contacts me. And again, just to repeat, this is balanced energy. We're bringing you in the energy where you are magnetic to your soul.
We're bringing you in where our person stays with us, and that means we're bringing you in the energy of soul. We're teaching you what it looks like. We're showing you examples of what mind energy looks like, what soul energy looks like. We're showing you examples of what we would have done pre-separation versus what we do now in balanced energy. This is some deep, deep work that it takes to sustain this energy. Fortunately, we get to be in mind with other people. Not that we want to, but we get this respite if we need to. But with our person, this is what we embody day in and day out. Yeah. This is all we can embody for them to stay in our energy. We can watch them pull immediately if we get into mind, and we can watch them come right back in within seconds. I'm not even joking when I say that. Within seconds when we align back to soul.
Oh yeah, it's so magical how quickly you can draw in this energy of soul. This is why what we share works, because we have to do it every day. We have to do it every day. We have to follow it every day. We practice what we literally preach. If we even for a second not align with soul about our person, they pull. And then we harness it, we wooza, we bring it back to now, and here they are again. And that's why it's so easy for us to show others how to balance this energy. It's so easy for us because we balance it daily. And this is why, so this all goes to all of you guys. If you have gotten this far in this video, if you are subscribed to this channel, you're in balanced energy, my love. You are so ready for your person's balanced energy, because it takes a lot of balanced energy to be in this place, to be able to feel into unity consciousness, to be able to feel into choosing you. These are the reasons why so many people who are listening to these truths are bringing in their people without even buying anything from us, because we're simply just giving you the secret ingredient to balance your person daily, right? This is literally us giving you the exact roadmap on sustaining the energy of your soul. And when you sustain this energy of your soul, you're bringing in your soul. And so if the mind gets triggered, let it get triggered. Feel into that so that you can feel into soul. The more and more you release mind, the more and more you're going to bring in your twin flame. And that's just the truth. Because the more and more you're aligning with soul, releasing what you are not, which is mind, being soul, the more and more you're going to bring in your soul, which is your twin flame. Holy smokes. This video was so good. I'm telling you, love, every time we make a video, it just freaking gets better and better and better.
It was like we're gonna knock this question out. We're gonna do it. We're gonna pour some love, and suddenly it's like deep diving.
I know.
Next level stuff, right?
Oh my gosh. It's like a part of us just gets lost in the question, and it's no longer a question. It becomes a whole experience, an immersion of unity consciousness.
It's a co-creation. I mean, it literally is a co-creation
Totally.
of
It
the right
really
energy,
is.
the right time, the right message. We're sharing with
Yeah.
you guys the downloads we get in order to help you all and in order to help keep growing us and expanding us too. And we're grateful to be able to co-create in this energy with you guys.
Yeah. It's almost like you're all upgrading with us, right? Like, because we're all raising our consciousness, we're all raising our vibration to the highest level of soul. And the more and more we raise our energy, the more and more our content reveals more of this soul energy, the more and more you can embody it, the more and more you're being it, the more and more you become it. And then next thing you know, what we're saying makes sense. Like, what the heck? And you know what's so funny is every time we talk to clients or we see clients' comments, we always say, of course, right? It's not even funny anymore. It's just like, of course, of course. And it just is. It's just truth.
I think it's going to forever be our tagline now because
totally.
it is so simply the
It
energy.
is.
Yeah,
It is.
so
Totally. Of
course.
course. This is Cup of Joe tagline. If you want your twin flame, you want your twin flame in your life, this is the channel. This is the message. And these messages just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And you're going to keep raising your levels of consciousness over and over and over. You're going to keep shifting. And we're going to keep flying with you guys, my loves, because our connection with our people just keeps getting deeper. And your connection with your twin flame is going to get deeper. Your alignment with soul becomes deeper. This is why we created this channel. Like when we said we are all in this together, holy freaking smokes. Holy smokes, we're in this together. We love you guys so much. Oh my gosh. Such freaking deep video love. I swear, like I'm not even kidding. How does it keep getting better? Like, there's a part of me that's like, whoa, where did all those things come from? But you're right. It's like downloads after downloads after downloads.
Yeah.
And it's not like I can duplicate. We can never have the same video.
No.
We're never going to have the same message. The message will always just expand. Every video is an expansion to get deeper in soul.
Yes.
It's just another level of shifting deeper into the levels of consciousness and getting deeper into your shifts. Your internal shifts are getting deeper and deeper. And that's why so many unions are happening, because this is union energy. It's real. This union energy is real and it's all yours, my love. We want you to have it because you are it. You're all already in union with your twin flames. And I know you can feel it. You could feel it in every cell of your body. You are already one now. And that's why the more and more you tap into this 5D one energy that is married together eternally, that's when you can see your actual physical aspect of your soul and the physical. And then guess what happens? Guess what you say? Of course. Of course, every freaking time, right? We love you guys so much. We hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Love you. Bye, love.
Bye.